Hello, Matt here. In today's video, how to lower your F-Series BMW with lowering springs. But this time, it's an xDrive. Yeah, don't mind this. This right now is basically a 135i xDrive. So yeah, we'll be fitting it with H&R springs, which are right here. Now there is a problem with an H&R springs. For 1 series, they all have this number. Now the differences between the models is suffix 1, 2 or 3. And unfortunately, these are used ones and I don't know which model exactly they are. So yeah, will they work? I don't know, we'll see. First up, let's see how high is this car. Alright, so measuring from the bottom of the fender to the center of the wheel, we have around 36.5. That's for the rear. Now let's see the front. And 34.5 in the front. Okay, let's start with changing the rear springs. Of course, first step is to check up your car. And now that your car is jacked up and understands, well, free up your jack because you will need it very soon. Once you remove the wheel, you will want to remove this plastic cover because it will get in the way. It's held on by 4 10mm nuts. They're all under here, so just remove them and take it off. Well, now that this is done, you'll have access to these two bolts that you need to remove. First one is an 18 and this one is 21. Oh, on the other side, this bolt is E18. So yeah, let's undo them for now, but don't take them out. Now the nuts are off. As I said, you still don't want to take... actually, you can take this one out. Nope, this one is also tight. What you will do is support everything with a jack. Just like that. Because, see, now you can take it easily. The reason for that is, well, it's all under tension from this spring. And now that this bolt is out, we'll just lower it all down. And there you go, the spring is out.
Come on. Tak.
And now we put the spring in, make sure this goes into this hole right here, the outer one. Lower it down as much as you can. And there you go. Now that this hole is aligned, we'll just put the bolt in and of course the nut on. I prefer to put this bolt first because this way, even if the jack moves, I lower it or whatever, the shock will hold it in place so it won't fall out. And yeah, now we need to adjust this. Actually, for some strange reason, this aligns quite easily. But of course, on this side, it doesn't. Now what I tend to do is grab a socket. It should just go. There we have it, it's in. Now, before tightening it, you can tighten the shock up like this. No need to lift the car, but for the arm, since it's on a... Actually, not even the arm will make a problem, but yes, we will raise the wheel to its natural position, or the position where it would be, about where it would be when it's lowered down, and then tighten it up to the specs that will be written on the screen right about now. All right, the rears are done, and here's the thing. You remember the front? 34.5? Yeah, exactly. Now I do assume they will lower a bit on the rear end. They will settle down once we drive the car, but not looking promising because, yeah, let's see. let's prepare the car for the fronts. All right, for the fronts. First, we remove this plastic so we can access the bolts. Then we have 3 bolts here. They are usually 16. They're 13 on this car for some reason, but usually they are 16s. And then we move down. Yeah, see, it's not a 149. Yeah, see, an axle. It's an xDrive, I told you. Okay, now that you remove this and this rubber part, here's what you're left with. As I said, 3 13s or 16s, usually 16s, and E18 to undo the brace. Don't remove the bolts just yet. Okay, down here we have a 16 nut that holds the anti-roll bar linkage, and we have this one that holds the knuckle. I think it's 16 on one side and it should be 18 on the other. We undo that and then we'll see what we can do. This is off. Remove this to the side. This is off. If it's stuck on the shock absorber, if you didn't lift up both sides, the easiest way is to just put the jack under it, lift it up a bit until it goes out easily. That's it. Now we will try to spread this up a bit and lower the whole knuckle down without taking off the half shaft. Will it work? I don't know. We'll try it. All right. So there is enough room. See, what we did is spread the knuckle with this, and from there on it was easy sailing, just pushing it down slowly until it went out. So yeah, there is still enough room on the half shaft. It's not out. Just make sure not to pull it out, because then you'll have a problem. Your diff foil leaking and shit. Anyways, now we undo the upper bolts and take the shock out. Okay, just let me show you on this side how we pulled the other one out. Hope it will work the same. So we've spread it already with this spreader thing. Did you see it? That's how it goes. Simple as that. So this is always fun. Unfortunately, these are this coil is the biggest, so it always catches here. But hey, I don't care about damaging it at this point. I just care about squeezing it a bit. Yeah. And on the other side, I can only catch 2 coils. So if I use it the proper way around, it doesn't work. That's why I flip these. All right, so this is a bit sketchy because I cannot push it enough. This will fly off. So yeah, watch out when doing this. Oh, a lot gentler than I expected. Now we take this off and put the new spring in. Also, if you're brave, the other way you can do this is like this. But you need to be brave to do that, and I never do that on the first spring. Now that we've undone the first one, I knew it's not that much under tension, so yeah, that's how we did it. All right, let's see if we put it on the correct way. It looks like we did. Looks like it's way simpler to put sport springs on than the OEM ones, which are very hard to put on. So yeah, there's that. Right, so if you have an assistant, it's way easier. You just push on it and someone puts the nut on, and that's it. Otherwise, you would have to squeeze these a bit more, and it's not like I have room because I'm starting to damage the spring here, and this is already almost maxed out. But as I said, lowering springs a lot easier to put on than this goddamn OEM one, which has not enough coils and need to be squeezed a lot and are a pain in the ass to put on. So now we'll just do this up and remove the compressors, and we're ready to go back on the car. So to put it back on the car, we go from underneath, put it in place, put the bolts in like that. We move down, and now we need to get the jack under it. Now we just need to align it with a hole like that and lift the jack up until that's it, we're in position. So yeah, now Can't believe we managed to hit the pin in without really trying. Yeah, that's good. Now we'll remove this pin holding it up and put it all back together. And again, I'll write down the torque specs for each bolt. Alright, so as I said, no markings that would distinguish the 4-cylinder one over the 6-cylinder one. And even though the spring said hidden marking I-X, so I assumed it can be fitted on both rear-wheel drive and xDrive, but yeah, obviously not for a 6-cylinder because, yeah, we are ducking. On the rear, it's a nice less than 2-finger gap, but yeah, let's measure them. So either way, this won't be able to stay like this because, as I said, we are ducking. So curiously though, on this side it's way better, almost a finger gap, which I don't understand because the engine is slanted this way. But yeah, with the stock springs it was almost the same story. Here, as you saw, we had 34.5 and the other side was more than 35. So yeah, something fishy going on. Anyways, let's take it for a drive, see how it handles. After that we'll measure how low did it get, and it's pretty low. Alright, so front left, there's something wrong with front left. We are at 30.5, which means around 4 centimeters lower. We have the rear, which was 36.5. Now we're at 33.5, so 3 centimeters. That's okay, that's what I wanted. That's perfect. And even the front right isn't that bad. Look at this. So the front right is at 31.5, which before it was around 35 something, 31.5. So yeah, around 3.5 centimeters. Why the hell did it go more than 4 centimeters on that side? I don't know. But yeah, for now this is it. That's how you change the springs on your F-Series BMW xDrive. And well, for now this is it from this car, because we are switching over to Mini. A lot of parts have arrived and it will be interesting. We have some parts that we didn't plan on using, which we will be using, so hopefully a lot of horsepower and a lot less weight. Well, anyways, as I said, this is it for now. In the next video, you join us when we work on the Mini, hopefully. So yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one, and as always, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!